Well, there is a lot of commotion going on up in Columbus and really throughout the state as Governor Mike DeWine breaks away from his own political party. This comes after he vetoed a bill that would ban transgender athletes in sports and gender-affirming care for minors. WWT News 5's Rachel Hersheimer joins us live tonight with how people are reacting. Rachel.
Curtis and Lindsay, this decision has a lot of people talking. The governor's decision to veto HB 68 is still shocking to some organizations like Alliance Defending Freedom, but others are thankful he's standing up for transgender rights. A turn of events in Ohio's capital Friday.
I cannot sign this bill as it is currently written. And just a few minutes ago, I vetoed the bill.
Governor Mike DeWine straying away from his own party, striking down HB 68, known as the SAFE Act.
But ultimately, these tough decisions should not be made by the government. They should not be made by the state of Ohio. They should be made by the people who love these kids the most, and that's the parents.
If passed, it would have banned gender-affirming care for minors and transgender athletes' participation in girls' and women's sports.
We really felt that what Governor DeWine did was a betrayal to children, families, and women throughout Ohio.
DeWine's decision is not sitting well with everyone.
There are better solutions. There are better ways that we can help serve children with gender dysphoria without putting them on this one-way street towards dangerous medicalization.
Alliance Defending Freedom is a nonprofit legal organization working to protect religious freedom, free speech, and parental rights. Matt Sharp, a rep with the group, says he's shocked with the governor's move.
So if we care about Ohio's children, and we do, we ought to be prioritizing psychology. We ought to be prioritizing counseling and things that don't have the dangerous physical side effects and consequences, but can really help children navigate these tough issues and ultimately have better long-term outcomes.
Earlier this month, the CEO of Cincinnati Children's voiced his concerns to legislators about the possible change in law.
House Bill 68 in its current form would hinder doctors and parents from collaboratively deciding the best treatment for their children, leading to untreated mental health issues and preventable deaths.
GOP lawmakers hold enough seats to override DeWine's veto, but it's not clear if or when that could happen. DeWine said during his press conference he spoke with physicians who provide gender-affirming care, families impacted, and lawmakers before making his final decision. According to the Associated Press, at least 20 other states have passed a version of a ban on transgender athletes playing on K-12 and collegiate sports teams statewide. In studio, Rachel Hersheimer, WWT News 5.